Oh, hi everyone. I'm just going to pause it to save a bit of, so I'm not wasting game time. Welcome back to Venus. I got my power array up last time. I'm thinking I probably should heavy cable all that. Those windmills, particularly during a storm, are going to output an enormous amount of power. Might even blow a cable. At the moment, they're just keeping everything fully topped up. Now, I've got quite a few directions I can go in right now. I could just continue on, like rushing a furnace like crazy, and get steel, and then go from there. And that's how I played it last time I played Venus. I just kept going and rushed to steal as fast as I could. The other direction I could go in is I could actually make a vacuum room out of steel frames. Not steel frames, out of iron frames. So I don't actually need to get steel as such to have a vacuum room. I was talking about the problem of storms damaging my oxygen tank. See, it's just floating out there right now. If a storm hits, that oxygen tank right there will be damaged, and I don't want that thing to take damage. So if I create like a vacuum room out of iron frames, I can stick the oxygen tank in there and have like a little. It'll be safe there. The other thing about making a vacuum room before getting steel is that this arrangement right in front of me, the waste tank emptying thing, I could actually encase that in a vacuum, and then these pipes won't heat up to the outside temperature. They'll actually start cooling a bit, particularly if I take them off the walls, so they're kind of floating in the air. And they will very slowly start cooling. They won't cool properly until I actually get steel and radiators. So that's the other thing. I could just waste a bit of time mining up a ton of iron. Well, I've already got a ton of iron right here. I could just like smelt all this stuff right here in my locker, or not all of it, but quite a bit of it. Make steel frames, steel sheets, and just create a vacuum room. Not steel frames. I keep saying steel. I mean iron. I apologize. I'm sorry. I could make a bunch of iron frames out of that and iron sheets, and make myself like a primitive vacuum room. Um, yeah, it'd be a bit of a chill room as well, because my oxygen will virtually not go down. Will not go down very very fast in a in once I'm in a vacuum. So they're kind of the two different paths I can go into: delay the furnace and make a vacuum room out of iron, and get the steel later on, or just race straight to steel. And this is what I'm thinking. I I'm still in two minds. I'm not sure which one I want to do. I don't like using iron because ultimately everything's going to be steel. Steel uses less resources. Maybe I can get steel before the first storm hits. When that first storm hits, like I said, these things are going to start blowing cables because there's just going to be too much power coming in. These cables can't handle enough. I'm going to continue to mine for now, and I'm going to think about which of the two I'm going to choose. I'm just going to pop this up so I know how I'm going. Okay, I'm actually fine. My waste tanks are empty. My oxygen tank's fairly full, and I've got some coal right here. Okay, so there's pros and cons there. I'm actually using up excess iron if I make an iron vacuum room, but I'll have a place to chill in, place to escape the elements. I could stick some of my machines in it, though it wouldn't really be a very big vacuum room, to be honest. Probably just a 2x2. But it would be a nice place to like put my water, put my waste tank emptying station in, put my oxygen in, and I could just sit in there and chill as such. So to create a chill room or not to create a chill room, that is the big question. Oops, I'm just picking up a bunch of coal. I'm going to try and rush steel. I think I'm not going to bother, but I am curious. I would like to try the iron chill room at some point. I just don't like using iron frames because ultimately I want everything to be steel. Okay, so I should have looked at I should have counted how much coal I had in that cupboard before I came out here. I can still do it. The base is right there, actually. Let's just get a couple of stacks of coal and then head back there again. Well, what is going on here? Underground little. Okay, let's get over there. Let's have a look. I only saw 3 stacks in there before, so I guess I'm. Oh yeah, I still don't have enough. Once again, I'm going for the 1,000 steel. These are all full. Yep. I need 46 coal, and I'm going to put this on me. 4 stacks of iron. 4 stacks of iron and 46 coal. And then I'll have all the resources I need. Oh, well, not quite. I need to smelt some of this iron, and oh, there's stuff here. I don't need to have my jetpack on. Oh, gold. There's everything here. What a fantastic little location to mine. Okay, so I think it's 30 copper for a furnace. I'm doing okay for oxygen. It's 3,000. Like I said earlier, every time I fill my oxygen up, I will have less and less and less. That's why having a chill room early is a very attractive idea. To be able to just sit there and tinker around and do things in a vacuum takes a load of the stress off. So let's just keep going. I want to get those 4 stacks of iron at the very least before I go back. Oh, what's over here? So you see the dirt, the terrain went light brown, so I knew I'd hit something when I stuck my drill into the side of the wall like that. Really, really useful little thing. Meanwhile, I'm creating giant craters all around my base at the moment. I don't really have much of a base. I just hope a storm doesn't hit early. Yeah, I'm going to get a lot of those cautions. I'm hoping a storm doesn't hit early. That's mainly the thing. My oxygen tank's just floating around out there, just asking to take some damage. Honestly, it's not that big a deal if the oxygen tank takes damage. I just want to use that later on. If I get to that stage, maybe have a bit of a rover with an oxygen tank on it, and I'll use that same Mark II tank for that. Okay, so I'm digging my own grave right here. Oh, good. Yeah, cool. Iron deposit. What did I say? 4 stacks of iron, and then I'll be all set for steel. I just like creating that cupboard of resources ready to go. I think I have some silicon in there, 2.5 stacks or something, which is good. I'm going to need that silicon. It'll be insulated tanks all the way on this planet. And every little bit of gold I find is fantastic. This has been a very, very productive little resource node. It's got a little mix of everything, basically. Little buffet of resources for me to feast on. There we go. So you basically, on this planet, you have to go out with a bunch of waste tanks, and you can't use like smart canisters later either, because it doesn't matter what the size of the canister is, your waste tank's full at 4,000. I'm not sure what the mechanics are there. I don't know why they've just chosen 4,055 or whatever it is for that to be the filling amount. I'm going to leave this exposed, I think. No, there's extra gold here. I'll leave that one poking out, and I'll get the one that's deeper in. More iron is what I need. I should fly out of here, go find some iron. Whoa. Gosh. Oh, copper. Like I said in the previous episode, now is the time to do a lot of mining because I do have quite a large amount of oxygen in my oxygen tank, so I can do these long runs without having to worry about oxygen. Later on, yeah, I'm gonna have to stay close to oxygen because I'm gonna be filling it up just way too quickly, over and over and over and over again, which is annoying. Well, there's a ton of resources here. I don't want to take them right now. I want more iron. More iron. Okay, let's find some iron. Come on, it's the most common resource. Here I am finding gold and copper, all these really cool resources galore. But the one thing I really want is iron. Now, was that ice down there or was that silicon? I assume it's silicon because it's in a crater, which means I've been mining it already. This terrain is not updating yet. It shouldn't take long. I mean, here's the other thing. When you start a new game, you don't really get terrain bugs so much. So like the save file is small or something. I'm not sure why. I don't know I understand the thing behind it. But as you play a game more and more and your save file gets larger and larger, that's I got my 4 stacks. Oh, come on. As you play more and more and your save file gets larger and larger, the terrain issue becomes worse and worse. For me, anyway. I saw a comment on one of my videos that someone's not having the sort of difficulties that I'm having, and they mine a lot. So it could be my computer. My computer's pretty beefy. I'm not. I think my CPU could be a lot faster, though. I think that's the thing. My CPU is probably the thing that's limiting me. But yeah, I've got SSDs. I got I think a fairly powerful video card. What is it? A 1080. I mean, computer's fairly old now. It's like 7 years old or something. This little computer, but it was pretty much top of the line when I bought it, or close to the top of the line. I never buy top of the line. I always get one generation down because it's just much cheaper than brand new stuff. Okay, let's get back because I do have enough resources. Where's my? How did I get lost? Oh, there it is. Let's get over here. Let's fill up my cupboard. My oxygen's about to run out, but you've got a bit of time up your sleeve. You've got a good 30 seconds before you pass out. So even if it does run out, I'm actually fine for now. That's the other problem with encasing this in a chill room as such, is because the problem is I have to spend time getting in the door, and I can't get oxygen in a rush. Okay, 4,700. I can't get oxygen in a rush because I have to go in the door, suck out all the air, then open the next door, then get in. It's not just a simple case of rush in and fill your oxygen up. So if I put it in a room, and I will be putting it in a room at some point. Okay, so this furnace is what I want. Build furnace. I've got the resources. Have I already built it? I got to make sure I haven't already built it and just stashed it somewhere. No, I haven't. So let's get this furnace building. Oh, I got more copper here. What are my resources? It's actually, I'm doing quite well. I might not need to do this. Okay, so I left this on. Oh no, I must have left that on at the end of the last episode because I didn't even check it. So this takes about 8 seconds. In my head, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I pull it out. And that's basically how I do it. I've just noticed it takes 8 seconds for a pressure regulator. For a pressure regulator to pull gases out. Just a regulator though. If you've got it set up to an atmospherics, it's much faster. And if it's a parallel atmospherics, it just takes a few seconds. You just stick it in, go 1, 2, pull it out, and it's empty. Okay, so another thing that I read in the comments was that you can make a labeler from the electroprint. Really? Oh my god, you can. Oh geez, I had no idea. I just thought labeler is a tool. I need a tool manufactory. I feel so dumb. I had no idea. Uh, so many hours into this game, and I've just learned something else that's new. People are giving me comments and telling me all sorts of things all the time that I just never even knew. Um, I love those comments. Keep them coming. Keep the tips coming. Just as long as don't keep them nasty. Don't go on there and start flaming me. You idiot! You could have done this. Although I probably just ignore the flame and I try and take all the constructive advice I could from the comment. But yeah, try and keep it nice in there. And everyone's been lovely actually. Everyone who's made comments, thanks a lot for that. Everyone's been quite amazing. And no, I love the comments. On other games, I get really, really annoyed when like someone's watching me play and they're going, "You should have done this. You should have done that." But Stationeers is just one of those few games where I I not only don't mind the backseat gaming, I love it. I want to be backseat gamed. I want people to give me all sorts of new advice. I love learning new things about this game, new tips and tricks to make things faster. Really, this series is me just trying to show people the way that I play these worlds, Vulcan and Venus, because the game has a very, very steep learning curve. It does take a lot of time and energy and patience, and well, in my case, a heck of a lot of reading just to learn the basics. And these worlds can just be so intimidating, and it can leave new players going, "No, that's impossible. It can't be done." And I just want to show people a way that it can be done. My way is not the only way, and that's one of the things I love about this game is that there's lots of different ways to do it. I mean, I rushed the waste tank on Venus, but some people are perfectly fine just swapping their waste tank and their oxygen tanks around, just switching these two things around and just having a little bit of carbon dioxide in their oxygen tank, and then just dealing with that later, like just printing up a new tank when they can and using that as their new oxygen tank. I personally, this is just my own craziness, but I personally don't like being able to just swap my oxygen tank with my waste tank. I mean, not only is it annoying and messy having carbon dioxide, a mixture of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the same tank, that annoys me because I have to atmospherics it out later. It also mixes the heat of the two tanks, so your oxygen starts to get a bit hotter. And it's just a game mechanic I don't like. I kind of like the fact that you got a waste tank which is separate to your oxygen tank, and only an oxygen tank can go in your oxygen slot. So it's kind of just my own personal craziness as to why I choose to go through that crazy stress at the start. It doesn't have to be that stressful. I'm building multiple furnaces. I had the game paused, so it wasn't really a big deal. But I got to watch that. I almost made a big mistake. I have no use for two furnaces. Okay, I now have furnace out, so I need to lay out a spot to put it. I don't want to spend too much time umming and ahhing. I just know I need it to be close to these pipes. I might fill in this hole with with frames. I've only got 3. I'm gonna have to build some, and just stick it like around this area here somewhere. Just have my furnace. So I'm gonna need more frames. Steel. I can't make steel yet. I have to go iron. And what am I gonna do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames. So that's 4. That's 5. And that's 6. And it doesn't need to be airtight. I just need to stick 6 iron sheets on here. Thank you. I got 17 left. I really I don't like building iron stuff. I mean, I do it on Vulcan, so I figure there's no difference. But there is a difference. Steel's actually cheaper. I talk about this later on my Vulcan run, but steel is actually just much better than iron. You end up using less iron to make stuff out of steel, and steel's just better. I'm just going to pause the video for a minute, for a few 30 seconds or so, and think about what I'm doing here. I'm thinking about the orientation of my furnace. Which way do I want it pointing? Where do I want the pipes coming out? And stuff like that. Um, the reason I want to keep my furnace close to to that thing, my waste tank emptying station, is because I want all the pipes to be able to collect together. After I get steel, I'm going to make a vacuum room. I'll probably shove my oxygen tank inside, and I might even set up my water tank in there as well. The reason I want to set my water tank up in the vacuum room is because if I set it up outside, the pipes are exposed to the atmosphere and the water will get super, super hot. It will slowly heat up to 400 degrees, which isn't a problem for drinking. You can drink 1,000-degree water, it's not an issue. And the plants don't care what temperature water you stick in. But the issue is I'll have water going into a greenhouse later on. And that water, if that water's boiling hot, that hot water will slowly heat up the greenhouse. I mean, I guess I can stick a pipe into a vacuum room and stick some liquid radiators on it and cool it down that way if I really want. I don't know. I just like having things at the right temperature right from the get-go, so I don't have to fiddle around with this stuff later on. Okay, so let's get this furnace down. And do I want it pointing straight out like that? All right, where's my lander? Lander's there. I can't build there at the moment. So yeah, it seems I waste more time just trying to figure out where to place stuff than I do actually doing the placing of things. The planning of this game, planning stuff out, is one of the most enjoyable aspects. It probably doesn't make for such good viewing if people are watching you as you're sitting there umming and ahhing over where to put things. But it's part of the thinking aspect of this game that it makes it really enjoyable. Like, do I put this here? Do I put that there? Just organizing stuff in a very efficient and a very efficient way. I might just go straight out the back for now. There's this hill here, which is a pain. Atmospherics are probably going to sit all the way along there, which I guess it's not too far from this thing. Or maybe I should just. Okay, so let's. There we go. Let's do it this way. I think I'm going to do it that way. The cupboard's right there, and just plonk this down. And there we go. We need iron sheets, which I've still got in hand already. Which thing do I need first? Wrench. Then welding torch. I generally tend to keep this thing up at all times when I'm playing Venus. Just everything goes down so quickly. Okay, now what do I need? Okay, let's just stop and think. I need an active vent and pipes to just stick a little bit of stuff in the furnace to process everything. Honestly, all that copper and gold it will just get processed for free. I need a pressure regulator. I need 2 pressure regulators and a canister storage. Because I'm going to be running oxygen. Yeah, I'm going to be using up more oxygen on this furnace run. So I got to get this right. If I get this wrong, I've just wasted a load of oxygen. And right at the start, right now, oxygen is very precious. I could create use half a waste tank in there instead, so I'm using hot oxygen. That might be a thing. So I'm going to be anyway. I'll think about that later. Let's just get the
waste tank. Caution.
Let's just get the active vents in there right now. Active vent. I'll just split one off. I don't need the other one for now. And pipes. Where are my pipes? There they are. I've only got 13 left. That might not be enough because I can't make tanks yet. And I do want to save the gases that are produced, particularly if I'm going to be running like gold through there, which produces oxygen. I really want I really want to save the gases that pop out. So I'm going to be saving them in like a pipe spaghetti. Kind of like what I did on Vulcan. I'm just going to have pipes running out the back and just zigzagging around. I want to be able to connect this water up, though. I got to make sure I don't block the water intake. This furnace might be moved before I even bother melting ice. In fact, I'm sure the furnace will be moved before I even bother with ice. So yeah, okay, that's not an issue. So I'm just collecting thoughts in my mind of what I'm doing, and let's just create a setup like. What am I doing? Let's just create a setup like this. This is the active fan. I can get this this first. Oh, cables, cables, cables. I got to remember as well to make a bunch of heavy cables. So let's create some normal cables. Well, let's create heavy cables. Let's just start the process of replacing my normal cables with heavy cables. And the heavy cable, the cables I replace are going to be used to hook up this active vent. How am I going for waste tank? It's just about to run out. Let's get some heavy cables. Okay, pump out a ton of these. This whole array, I mean, basically everything you see right here is going to be ripped up and put somewhere else. It was just thrown down in desperation. I should take this time to replace my batteries. I'm gonna replace my waste tank now. I could be charging up batteries. The welder battery I just used, so that could use a bit of charging. That thing is dead completely. So even these windmills, they're moving fairly slowly at the moment. They're just very slowly moving. But even that slow moving, because I've got so many of them, it still charges stuff up pretty quick. See, that's full already. I know I have cables printing off in the background. Um, I am in a rush still. I'm not. Okay, so when I start severing these things, my cables are going to stop being produced. Why is that not charging? The windmills are virtually stopped. I'm going to put that in there. 17% is fine for now. Let's just get some more cables. Let's just get one more for now. I know it's not enough, but what I want to do is I want... Oops. I want to replace the most important cables. So if I blow one of those little cables out, I only sever like a couple of windmills. So, let's just... Oh, yeah. Okay. What? Let's just get these ones here. This whole line here connected up for now. And I mean, I don't have that many heavy cables. I've only got a few. If I suddenly get a ton of wind, I want to make sure that I don't just disconnect my entire power line. Yeah, I need to go fill my air tank up. So if there's a sudden rush of wind and I'm overloaded on power, it won't sever my entire power array. Yeah, and I know I'm dying of thirst. I don't have time right now. I want to get this done first. I've only got 2 cables left. What did I do then? So I need more heavy cables. Let's just do these for now. It gives me some more cables to work with, and yeah, if I blow a cable somewhere, at least I'll be getting a little bit of power coming in. I'm dying of thirst, I know. Let's get more heavy cables. And while I'm getting more heavy cables, let's start connecting this thing up here. So the other big thing is I'm going to be, yeah, I'm really worried about a storm hitting. I'm not ready for it yet, and I want to get that oxygen tank inside. That's going to cancel this watch. Yeah, that little brief power cut cancels whatever you're building. Keep going. So getting low on cables. This thing is honestly ready. I want it to pull in gases. Let's just chuck a little bit of gas in there right now. Just get the pressure up to it doesn't really matter. The temperature's really high, and I should be able to process this gold and this copper for free. Not process, I should be actually furnace it. That's one of the beauties of Venus is you just got free furnacing of anything that's low temperature. And look at that, beautiful, fantastic. So basically, all copper and gold, you just get it done for free. Let's keep going with the copper and gold. So this is kind of why I was stockpiling it. I didn't want to arc furnace any more of it because I knew I'd be getting free stuff. Be getting this stuff for free. It's quite hot in there. But as you can see, I'm just popping out ingots for free right now. It's quite fantastic. Wait, what's happening? Okay, so what's happened there is the furnace has cooled too much. It's just a little bit too cold. But I can just stick 463 degree, 463 463 degree atmosphere in there, and just pump up the temperature anytime I want. There we go, and we'll just process all that. That should be enough. Now I've got a bunch of really hot air in there right now. Let's just pump this ingot out, which gives me the opportunity to process all my iron and coal in there for free, getting ready for steel. I want to do that. Did I? Yeah.
Waste tank. Caution.
I want to get it all primed, all set, get all my resources in there, ready for the big furnace job that I'm going to do. It's not going to actually take me that long to set everything up. And once the furnace is super hot, I'm going to hopefully run all this stuff in there for free as well. Okay, so what I need now is 2 pressure regulators and a canister storage. I really want to get back to replacing cables with heavy cables. I got 16 of them now. But I should, before I do that, I should start, there's a lot of things I should be doing. Let's put it that way. Let's get the pressure regulators. I know I'm dying of thirst. Don't worry, not an issue. Doesn't take long to, wait, do I have any spare? Hang on a second. Have I used up all my water bottles? I am going to drink, actually. I got 1 left. Okay, I'm not going to drink just yet.
Health low.
No, it's not. It's fine. I'm not going to drink just yet. I'm going to save that. Run my health. I just don't want to waste time right now. Don't want to waste time right now setting up my water. I mean, it doesn't take very long. It's just a water bottle filler, but that requires silicon. So I want to get this furnace before I make a water bottle filler. And it's just a case of pull that water tank off the thing, put it onto a liquid tank connector, and then I don't even need to put pipes there. I can just attach the water bottle filler straight to it, and yeah, there's no actual issue there. It's really quick job. All you need is 8 silicon, and it's a quick job to.
Waste tank. Critical.
Of course it is.
Temperature high.
Of course it is.
Temperature critical.
It's a really quick job to get water set up if you've got an existing water tank. 6, 7, 8. 8. Oh, no, not quite. I started the counting at 2 in my head. I just realized that. I don't know. It's just my method. It's probably silly. Okay, I want to get all this stuff processed. I want those heavy cables. I'm really worried that see, the wind is starting to get up pretty big now. So I'm going to go down this line first and just get all these ripped up. Keep track of how many I'm picking up, because I know I've got exactly 16. Not going to be enough for the whole lot. This is necessary though. So that's 14 right there. But there, this is necessary. I think a storm, the power output will be so much the cables won't be able to handle it. So I have to spend time doing this. Now that I've got all that free gold and copper in the furnace, it's yeah, splurging a bit on heavy cables is not a big deal. So we'll just pick this up. That's 2 more. There's 3. So the reason I chose to do it this way is, yeah, now it's just the draw of that line that might cause a problem. Okay, I'm juggling a ton of things at once. Let's get this stuff processed. It processes at 100 degrees. So as long as that temperature doesn't drop below 100, and it is not going to drop below 100, it'll be fine. And then I got to evacuate the furnace after that. Oh, we're at 35 minutes. I'm only going to go 5 minutes more, maybe. I feel like I haven't done anything this episode. Um, I'm not going to be able to get steel this episode. It'll have to be the next episode. I have done a lot, actually. I got the rest of my resources. I've got my furnace prepped and ready to go. So... And I got all my resources, got everything set, ready to go. I just need to attach all my pipes, evacuate the furnace. I just need to get this stuff processed. It's just the boring stuff. All the important stuff is done. And yeah, I like having my stuff in the top left there being viewed. While I'm doing this, I should be churning out more heavy cables. I'm juggling too many things at once. I want a canister storage first before I pull the stuff out of here. I also should grab some pipes. So yeah, I'm doing a million things at once. I'm going to be using that machine in a moment. I don't want... Oh, this is going to fling at my face. Let's see if I can catch it in midair like I did the last time. I didn't. I just got smashed in the face. And we'll grab some pipes as well while we're here. And we'll swap out our battery while we're here. That's amazing amount of power. I can't wait to get a battery up and running. As you can see, I need to fill my oxygen tank very, very shortly. I'm going to want an odd number of pipes, so there's no half a gram of iron there. Oh, am I having iron issues? Let's stop at 17, just in case I am. I don't want to have to run... I've got a little bit of iron there I can run through the arc furnace.
Air tank low.
Yeah, I saw that. Sorry, talking to the lady again. Let's get some heavy cables going while I refill my air tank. As you can see, I need a lot more heavy cables. I'm not wasting resources. The way I look at it is, it's like 4100 now. It's like I'm creating these types of cables. You guys just keep pumping out while I keep prepping my furnace. Let's just get everything in there and processed. I need 750 iron in there and 150 hydrocarbons, which is what it's going to say when I stick the coal in. I don't need this little one bit of coal, so I'll just stick that there. And we're almost there.
Caution.
Yeah, the caution messages are endless. I'm hoping I can get this all done and get a sealed room set up before the first storm hits. So I'm racing against time. The storm's actually good. The temperature is lower in the storm. You go through your waste tank and your oxygen slower. When a storm hits, it's actually a good time, if you can see anything, it's actually a good time to be out and about doing stuff. Oh, what am I doing? Wasting time. I need to get my coal ready to go in. See the leaning tower of cables there? It doesn't matter, I'm going to use them all. And once I have a large battery, which is going to be not long after I do this big furnace job, I'll be creating a proper power array. Okay, last one. My furnace is almost prepped. Let's just stop that there. Fantastic. So this is all prepped and ready to go. I got to start evacuating the furnace now. So that's the next job. I want to put those cables on my power array. I need to evacuate my furnace. So I've got the pressure regulator. I've got pipe spaghetti, and I've got a bunch of cables. I can do this now. So this is the output. So what we want to do is probably point up for now. Chuck a pressure regulator on there. This time I want it pointing up. That's pretty good. Yep. And then out the back here, and it might as well just head off in this direction. I envision atmospherics being off in that direction there, since I'm sort of stuck in a valley between multiple hills. And let's just give this a bit of capacity. I'm going to need to Actually, let's do it now so I don't mess up. I'm going to need to go here, regulator, canister storage. So here, sorry, regulator, pipe, canister storage. Let's just head off like this. Why not? So I just need one more pipe. The rest of these pipes can go out here. Uh, just a long thing. One more pipe. Unless I wanted to up the capacity of this thing. Speaking of which, I will empty that waste tank right now. Actually, I shouldn't be. I should be doing that. Okay, I haven't fully emptied it. I know. I get sidetracked so easily, so quickly on this game. Let's get my cables in place. This regulator really... Where do I want it? Oh, that's fine. That'll do. And let's just head down.
Health critical.
25%. Yeah, I need to drink that last water bottle. Let's go. Oh, that's not going to help me. This one is. Fantastic. So this is all connected up. As you can see, I had a ton of pressure in there. 24 megapascals and rising. What I'm going to do is... I need to destroy my... I don't need to destroy my mouse. I can make a labeler now. I'm going to destroy my mouse anyway because I've started. I kind of feel like I don't want to stop halfway through, create a labeler. And it's also the time. I don't want to spend the time. I'm going to turn this on while I'm psycho clicking. Let's let this furnace evacuated. Hopefully I have enough capacity in those pipes. I assume I did. I put enough down and the pressure should be dropping. Once that pressure reaches 0, I'll be ready to do this stuff here. So that's good. It's upside down. I don't want it to be upside down. Let's see if I can just spin it around. There we go. And you can't attach a canister straight to it, but you can attach a pipe straight to it. Good. Let's get around this side here and jump like an idiot and curl this down and around and connect it up to that. Very similar setup to what I did on Vulcan. Okay, good. And this is... Oh, I should have made that labeler. Okay. Oh, everyone watching probably can see the problem here. Why do I always do that? What is wrong with me? Oh, we're at 42 minutes. I want to put a stop to this. There's a few housekeeping things I want to do before I do put a stop to it. But yeah, I got a real problem with the way these things are pointing. I don't know, maybe I'm arrow dyslexic or something. I don't know. I want it that way. That's it. I do that all the time. I don't actually need because I'm pushing a little bit of oxygen into a large space, a large capacity space. I actually don't need that to be maxed. I don't need to sit there crazily clicking that like an idiot. What's going on here? I wanna connect up to that hole. There we go. Yeah. So basically, the oxygen. So my oxygen tank's running out so quickly. That'll do. Honestly, that'll get all my oxygen in there. Doesn't need to be maxed. I'm just being silly now. Yeah, I am aware of my water. I'm gonna get that fixed now. Oh, not my water. My water was 0 a long time ago. Aware of my life. I just wouldn't want to waste time setting up my water tank right now because this is kind of important. Okay, so once this furnace is evacuated, I'll turn off the pressure regulator at the top there. Maybe I should have made that a volume pump. No, it needs to be pressure regulator. Well, I don't know. It could be either, I think. Once it's evacuated, I'm going to turn that off, and then I'm going to stick my oxygen tank, or half a oxygen tank, into canister storage. I'm going to flush the oxygen in there, and then I'm going to pop some volatiles in the top, and that'll get the furnace roaring. And then I just need to pull the lever. Out comes the steel. And then while the furnace is hot, I will try and run these extra resources through as well. So battery power is a thing. let's just get that there. And let's just round out this episode
Waste tank. Caution.
by replacing these with heavy cables. So I've got 18 heavy cables, so I'll just keep going on this until I get to the 18 heavy cable mark, and then just stick 18 heavy cables down. So I still don't have enough heavy cables for the giant power array I created. Oh, that's a pain. That little junction there takes up 2 cables, so I won't be able to put the last one down. Good thing about this is I've just got a bunch. Oh god, the warnings, they're endless. I might, just so I'm using this heavy cable, I might just quickly replace that one with a heavy cable. But yeah, if I get a ton of, yeah, it's gonna just get worse and worse. 3,700 now, just under 3,800. Bang. Let's replace. Well, let's use that one. And yeah, I need to. I got to remind myself that I do not have any spare water bottles floating around anymore. Well, what am I doing? So I need to get that water thing set up. This furnace hopefully will be evacuated. I'm at the 45-minute mark. I gotta stop this episode. Furnace is almost evacuated. It's getting there. Wait, it stopped. That tells me, yes, I can't pump it anymore. This is why a volume pump is often better, because I can't go past the, oh god, I can't go past the max limit of the pressure regulator. So the reason, this actually wasted quite a bit of time, because I wanted that evacuated by now. So, pipes. I might just continue that line for a long time. I know it kind of looks a bit silly, but I'm going to have an atmospherics down the back there. This is flying out of control. I was only just not enough. I was very, very close to having the capacity I needed. I stopped building pipes because I wanted to save iron. Health low. Health is on its way up. Anyway, let's just get some more capacity in there. I just got this ridiculous line heading out towards the abyss. Yeah, there. Okay. We'll make sure all resources are in here now. This should be evacuated, or it should be evacuating. Should be fine now. Yeah, I created a ton of extra capacity. Okay, so I'm just about to do my big furnace. This is a good place to stop the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.